sun is rising too soon. Can I just pull the covers over my head? But then I think of all I've got to do now. First thing is to get my body out of this bed. So I get up, here I go. Even if I'm starting slow, I'm smiling, I'm moving. Gotta get this body moving. Thinking up, kind of thoughts. Gonna give this new day all I've got. And in no time at all, things are going my way. Gonna have an up kind of day. Up and up kind of day. Up and up kind of day. I know sometimes there will be things that get me down. My day won't always go the way that I planned. But I'm a tough kid, I can deal with it. I'll make the best of it, I know that I can. So I get up, here I go. Even if I'm starting slow, I'm smiling, I'm grooving. Gotta get this body moving. Thinking up, kind of thoughts. Gonna give this new day all I got. And in no time at all, things are going my way. Gonna have an up kind of day. And up kind of day. Up and up kind of day. Even if my day seems low, nowhere for my dreams to go, I'll still reach for the sky. It's time to watch me fly. On an up kind of day, yeah. On an up kind of day. So I get up, here I go. Even if I'm starting slow, I'm smiling, I'm moving. Gotta get this body moving. Thinking up kind of thoughts. Gonna get no time at all. Things are going my way. Gonna have an up kind of day. An up kind of day. An up kind of day. An up kind of day.
Yeah, sometimes you just need an up kind of song when you got the dropsies. I fell asleep in my chair a while ago, and I had 2 cups of coffee this morning, so I don't know what's going on. So I needed some peppy music. I don't know about you, but Hey, Leanne, what you cooking tonight at 4 o'clock? She's been giving us some great tips. She made stroganoff. So she'll tell us what she's cooking at 4 o'clock. And there's Yvonne from Whittier, California. That's where Leanne's from. Happy tea time. So I've got my tea. How about you? I've got my tea. Let yours brew. I've got my tea. It smells so good. Have you got your tea? Let's enjoy it. Making skillet chicken. That sounds wonderful. I have been researching mole recipes, Mexican mole sauce, and that stuff is hard to make. It's got like 18 different things in it, and a bunch of peppers that I don't have, and I can't even order them. Anyway, so let's drink up. Let's drink to being calm and oh, that tastes good. I love a good old chicken recipe too. Anyway, it's 3 o'clock, it's tea time. As Jimmy Buffett said, it's 5 o'clock somewhere. Well, it's 3 o'clock somewhere. Or 2 o'clock, or wherever it is across this country. It goes from 3 to noon. Anyway, somebody's saying they know how to make a mole. That's great. Send me the recipe. Being calm and carrying on. Yep. Let's So yesterday, I've been working all week on those of us who are staying home, which is most of us right now. We're not going to work, we're staying home. What can we do to make our lives easier at home? And you know what I'm talking about. We've always looked down, and I'm telling you, people who homeschool and people who've been stay-at-home moms, their friends have kind of always looked down on them in some form or fashion. And now we're all in the same boat. We're all in the same boat. And when you have more time at home, you take more time. But every single minute of every single day is kind of allotted for, especially when you're trying to keep your family calm, when you're trying to get dinner on the table, when you're trying to help out your husband or your wife or whoever's watching, when you're trying to be a team and do things together. And having a house that works. Now let me talk to you about a home that really works for you instead of pulling you down. When you have a house that works, your laundry's done. Your dishes are done. Your hot spots are put out. And you know what's for dinner. And you have to be dressed to lace up shoes. So you throw all this together. So while you're listening to me, you can go put out a hot spot. You can sit and sort through a pile of papers. Our houses get overrun with paper clutter and laundry and toys everywhere. Paper, laundry, toys. Or maybe that's your things. So we can get a handle on this. We have to do a load a day of laundry. And here's the way I'm going to give you a tip. I like to put a load of laundry in after I get through with my bath. I don't want to mess up my hot water because I want a really hot bathtub. And I don't want to run the washing machine in the morning because my sweet darling's taking a shower and I don't want to scald his little butt. Because that's not fun to run water when he's in the shower because we live on country water and it doesn't have a whole lot of pressure. So I do my best to get a load done at night and then put it in the dryer in the morning. And there you've got one load done. It's over about a 12-hour period, and then when you take the load down to start the dryer, as soon as Robert gets out of the shower, I can flip it around and start the washing machine again. And I can get 2 loads a day in about an hour from the time I get up. Now, how wonderful is that? 2 loads of laundry done. This month of April, we're practicing making our beds every day. That makes our house look and feel good. When you go to bed at night by surveying your coffee tables and your couch and put your pillows back on your couch, sometimes I wake up and my pillows are on the floor because some little dog has jumped on the back of the couch. When you have everything just so when you go to bed, you get up in the morning and you're in shock because your kitchen is clean, your sink is shining. A lot of you set up your coffee as part of your before bed routine. The coffee is brewed and ready for you to have a cup, and you're just feeling great because look how wonderful your house is. And then all day during the day, instead of pulling out and pulling out and pulling out and never putting back, at the top of every hour, put things away in your house. If you get it out, put it away. Let me tell you a story. I know I've told this story lots of times, but there's a lot of new people here. When I was a county commissioner in 2000, I think it was, I became a county commissioner in 1999, and I served for 6 years. 2 years as I was appointed, and another 4 years I got elected. Now, when I was having everybody come to our house for Thanksgiving dinner, and Robert and I cleaned for about a week trying to get the house ready to have guests. Because when he and I got married in 1996, I had a house full of clutter, he had a house full of clutter, and then we put our clutter together, and then we went to estate auctions and bought more. Yeah, this is my little humidifier, because we all need moisture in our sinuses. It keeps us from getting sick. So we couldn't hardly walk in our house. You didn't dare get up in the middle of the night because you're scared you'd trip over something or break a toe. So I wanted to have everybody for Thanksgiving dinner, but I was terrified that the house wasn't going to be good enough. And so I asked the clerk to the Board of Commissioners, her name was Sandra. And I said, Sandra, how do you keep your house clean? She was a single lady. And she looked at me, and she was born organized. And she looked at me and she said, like I had two heads, and I didn't know this. And she said, Marla, it's really simple. If you get something out, you put it back where it belongs. Well, that's what my grandmother did. She had a place for everything, and everything was in its place. Somebody's wanting to know what kind of little humidifier I have here. This is it. It's an INNOGEAR, and it changes colors. You can make it lots of different colors. I don't think y'all can see the colors on the screen, but you can make it lots of different colors. But I like to keep it on white, because then it lights up this dark side of my face just a little bit. And the moisture's good. So I started watching myself as I would lay things down, and I would tell myself, well, I'm going to come back to that later. Well, later wouldn't come. It'd be 3 days later, and it hadn't come. So I would finish what I started and then put it away. Finish what I started and then put it away. And it was phenomenal, because my house stayed clean without me doing anything. Our house stayed clean because we put stuff away. Now, my diffuser doesn't have any essential oils in it. It's just distilled water. It's a cool mist, not a hot steam. So let's drink up to keeping our houses in order. We're all here. We're all messing up. But at the top of every hour, you get to pick up and put away and take care of things. There's Pastor Andrew here. So everybody, let's drink our tea. And it's because of Pastor Andrew that we've been preparing for this pandemic, because his precious daughter Esther got this coronavirus in China. And he and I helped her to get over it. We coached her through this. She was all alone. We coached her through it so she could get back home to her family. And she got it the last of December, the 23rd, 24th, 25th. I found out about it on the 26th. And that's when I started praying. And then by the 14th of December, she was back in her home country. And well. She's still a little weak, but she was well. So folks, we can pray ourselves out of this pandemic. Yep, we can do it. We can get this done. Everybody that's sick is going to get well, and we're going to get through this together and be strong. We got Easter Sunday coming up, and a lot of people are concerned that they're not going to get to go to Easter service. Well, here's what you can do, and I've been doing this today. I've been looking online at Easter services from last year. It's about the resurrection. So find some Easter services from last year. You can stream them to your TV. You can watch them. You can watch several of them. And really get into the spirit of the resurrection of our dear Savior. You know, every night I go to bed and I sing a song in my heart. You know, to God be the glory, great things he hath done. So loved he the world that he gave us his Son, who yielded his life as an atonement for sin and opened the life gate so all could come in. Yep, Jesus gave his life for us. And if you can't find your church streaming online, there's one that's going to be streaming online. Pastor Andrew's been streaming his services to the churches in Tanzania for many years. People made fun of him for doing it, but he could lead 7 or 8 churches in Tanzania. And, you know, he was ahead of his time. And we're here helping each other. And my friend, Justin's mother-in-law, Carolyn Parent, she wants everybody to get out on their porch on Sunday morning at 10 a.m. and sing Amazing Grace. I live in the country, so I might come online here and sing Amazing Grace. I'm looking at some of your comments. You know, life's too short to wallow in self-pity because we can't go to Easter service. But we can have Easter service where 2 or more are gathered in his name. I'll be there. That's what we've been told. When 2 or more are gathered in his name, the Lord's there. The Lord is there. So, folks, what are you wearing? Are you going to put on an Easter bonnet? I think we should post pictures of ourselves in our Easter hats and our scarves and just, you know, make it a fun day and get out in the yard with the kids. We can do this. I love you all. Be safe out there. We're going to get through this, and we're going to get through it with love, helping our neighbor. We're bringing a lot of things back that we've forgotten about. I want an Easter bonnet, Leanne says. Anyway, I love you all. Talk to you later. Bye. Drink up. And thank you for supporting us. Your support has just been, you just don't know what it means to me. Because it helps us to continue to helping you. Thank you so much. I love you all.